Hello everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Guitar Tone Tuesday. I'm on location at the Mayfly Pedal Laboratory here. Hello Trevor, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Lucas. It's a pleasure to be here. As you've mentioned, I'm Trevor May from Mayfly Audio, and this is the shop. I guess we're doing a video here today.
Yeah, we are. And we're talking about a new pedal that you have, which is based off of an old pedal, right? This is the original Terrain Tremolo, which I have usually on my small board here. Which I love. You know, it's got a small form factor, so it's good for a small board. But recently you've introduced this larger version called the Terrain Deluxe.
That's right. So the Terrain Deluxe really takes over where the Terrain leaves off. In addition to having expanded artwork, it's also got an expanded feature set. The most important one that people ask for is a tap tempo.
Right.
So you can actually tap the tempo that you want, and it's got a multiplier switch, so you can get quarter notes, eighth notes, and eighth note triplets to match whatever style the band is playing at that moment. So you don't have to mess with the speed control. The next most important thing is it's got harmonic mode. What it does is it splits the high frequencies and low frequencies into two, and then modulates them in 180 degrees out of phase. And you can see that on the LEDs, when you flip it into harmonic mode, they start flashing out of phase.
Let's just quickly demonstrate that. So this is my guitar kind of just dry. If I turn on the Terrain, now I'm going to demonstrate first of all the tap tempo. It picks up the tempo really quickly. So that's really handy. Right now I'm set to the eighth note mode, so that's the standard tempo, but if I bring that's quarter note, right?
Yes, that's quarter note.
Here's eighth again. And then you got the triplet mode, right?
Yeah, eighth note triplet.
So that's really cool. I'm going to go back to the eighth note here. And then also we can go back and forth between the harmonic mode and the standard mode just to show people how that sounds. So this is standard tremolo. Here's the harmonic.
Kind of watery kind of sound, like wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, I'm going to slow it down here for a second just to show. Floyd-y kind of, almost like a univibe sound from that harmonic tremolo.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's really nice.
Thanks, man.
It sounds great. And you know, and I don't think that there's another tremolo pedal on the market that offers harmonic, standard, and these different waveform options that you have in this one.
I actually don't know. I actually developed the pedal over the course of a year. And since that time, something else may have happened. I don't know. But when I started development, it certainly wasn't the case. I don't think I've ever told you this story, but how I started building this pedal is I'm part of a guitar building online forum called Unofficial Warmouth. And there was a guy in there who I've known for a long time, never met in real life, but known from various interactions. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to buy this new tremolo pedal. And I had just introduced the original Terrain, like the small one. Playing, I'm going to buy this other one, but it doesn't do quite what I want it to do. And so, but it's a compromise, so I'm going to get this other one. And I said, well, what are those things you want it to do? And we had a collaboration. I actually sent him a bunch of prototypes, one he uses on a regular basis, and that became the Terrain Deluxe. Now the things that he wanted, in addition to the stuff we talked about, the harmonic, the tap tempo, the waveform, the multiplier, he also wanted expression pedal inputs for both speed and depth, and he wanted to control them independently. And so that's what this thing has that I don't think anyone else has.
Yeah.
You can plug your expression pedal in and just really rock back on both of those, speed and depth, for a lot more control over the whole thing.
So cool. So cool. Man, this is an amazing product. Let's just take a quick break and let's hear how it sounds. I'm going to do some playing with this Eastman SB59 guitar, and I'm going to stack it with some of the other pedals on this pedal board as well. Awesome. So as you guys can hear, this thing certainly stacks well with other pedals. On this pedal board, I have a couple other Mayfly pedals. I've got my signature Le Habanero pedal, which I obviously love. And I've got a version of the open window as well. And it's you know, it just sounds so good with these other effects. And that's the amazing thing about tremolo. Like when I think about tremolo, to me, it's one of the classic 3 effects, right? You've got distortion, you've got reverb and tremolo, right? Like to me, those are like the big 3. I mean, of course, there's delay as well, you know, but tremolo to me is just like, it's just such a useful effect. You can use it in so many different contexts, and it's one of the ones I use the most, that's for sure.
Well, that's cool. You know what's funny is before I met you, I never was a big fan of tremolo. Yeah, and so I never offered a tremolo option until you said, you got to build a tremolo. And I said, okay, I guess I might better learn about this.
Yeah.
And since doing that, I've really, really become to appreciate this effect.
Yeah, it's subtle, right? It can be subtle, which is really nice, or it can be really in your face.
Yeah, I like the in-your-face stuff.
Yeah, and when I think of like, you know, certain styles of music, like really old school blues or, you know, Americana music, lots of country music, tremolo's all over those styles.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
even
true.
folky stuff, you know. So it's really useful for a wide range of styles. And this pedal is certainly really useful for a wide range of styles because of all the functionality it has within it. It's like, I don't know what more you could ask for from a tremolo pedal, you know?
I just hope that's not too much.
No, I don't think so. I mean, and if it is too much for some people, then you got the simpler old school version, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So I think it's really perfect. So where can people get this pedal, Trevor?
Well, it's going to be available at the Mayfly dealers.
Ooh.
If you don't find it in those places, please ask them, and they can certainly get them in for you.
Yeah, and that goes for any of Trevor's pedals. If you like any of these pedals, you can certainly ask for those as well. So just before we end the video today, I'm going to stack the Terrain Deluxe with this, which is not a Dumble pedal built by JHS Effects. These are really cool pedals. I've been hearing about these online a lot lately, and this is the original version that was apparently like they had to cease production because of some secret Dumble mode or some I don't know what it was, like some secret circuitry that wasn't supposed to be leaked to the public or something. Anyways, so Trevor had this thing in his shop, and I thought, you know what, we got to run it through that because, you know, tremolo and distortion, it's such a great combination. So this is going to be cool. So Trevor,
yes.
Thanks so much, man. It's always great to talk to you. And I love coming to the Mayfly laboratory to talk about these pedals. And you just keep pumping out some amazing stuff. So I'm so proud of what you've done and so happy to have lots of these pedals and to, you know, to be a friend of yours. So thanks for being on the show.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much. So let's get into playing these things.
Yeah. See you guys.